Hello, hello, and welcome to the new episode of Conversation with the Stars. I'm Milan Levis, financial empowerment mentor and wealth architect, and host of this series. So, if you want to be part of this interview series, contact me. And today, I am happy to introduce you to my beautiful, gorgeous guest, Janine Shapiro, who is, she is so many things. Among those, she's a life coach and soul expansion coach, as well as energy healer. She is absolutely amazing, and I'm so grateful to have her in my group, Wealth Building for Powerful Women, as well as just having this beautiful soul in my life. So, Janine, thank you so much for being my guest today. Welcome.
You are so welcome. Thank you for inviting me, Milan. I'm so excited to be here. I always think of you as Milan Levis, so to call you Milan is it's amazing because you're just so alive and vivid. So thank you very much.
Thank you. So I'm fascinated with the work that you do, the healing services that you offer to your clients, because you also have a very interesting background. You have a background as being a psychiatric nurse and midwife and registered nurse. So it's amazing that you actually have a very solid medical background, and now you help people in a kind of holistic way to heal their life, not only their body, not only their mind, but also in a holistic way, because you are a soul expansion coach. So I would like to start, because there are so many questions that I want to ask you. So I would like to start by asking you what exactly that you help your clients to heal. What problems do you help them to solve?
In a nutshell, I let them understand what their body is saying so they can go and look at the deep underlying emotional issue, which normally comes from the fact that they are not living their purpose. Now, we all know that so many people have woundings from when they're young, from their family, from work. And it's to understand the wounds that they have within themselves and to help themselves heal that. So basically, I help people understand what their body is saying and to work from there. I also can look at people's faces, and by looking at the shadings on their faces, I'm able to see which area of the body is under stress. From that, it enables me to understand which energy center might be blocked or might be too open or is not as active as it could be. And through that is how I then am able to help people heal themselves. I hold the energy, the knowledge, and I give them the tools to help them solve their challenges.
This is amazing. This is amazing. So you mentioned something that you help people to identify the wounds that they still carry from the past. So would you comment a little bit on the importance of completing the past? Because sometimes we hear that, you're not moving in the direction of your past, so just look forward. But at the same time, the wounds that we carry, and maybe not only physical wounds, but maybe mental, emotional, or even spiritual wounds that we still carry in the form of energy in our body, really affect everything that we experience in life. Every the plans that we make and that don't go our way, because we don't complete the experiences that we had in the past. Could you please comment on why it's so important and how these experiences, how this kind of stuck energy affects everything from health to money to success in life?
To give you an example, if somebody feels that they aren't heard, it comes from the throat energy center, the throat chakra. And when they don't feel heard, it involves their thyroid, it involves their neck, and it can come from a child when they were told, shh, don't talk now, shh, nobody wants to hear you, shh, shh, shh. And that is what then blocks them and causes a total hormonal imbalance because they don't feel heard. Alternatively, they can be way too loud because they now, depending on their personality mix, they have to now say to people, look at me, I'm here, I want to be visible. And that has an effect on the solar plexus, which is involved very much with their digestion, where they're not digesting life like it should be, which leads to allergies, leads to a whole lot of challenges in that way. That's just one small example of the blocked energy from childhood. Alternatively, they could have been bullied at school, which then means they weren't heard or seen. They had to hide away from it, or they will become a rebel. Very often, eczema will come out at this stage as well, as the body has to get rid of that anger. Anger tends to much more work with the liver, which again is hormones. The liver is the center, a very big center of life in our body. And it can also show in the spine, the spine, when people aren't supported by life and they tend to feel that they just don't have that support. It could have come from a child when there was more than one child, or the parents were very involved with work or very involved with each other's, and that being ignored comes through in that area, which also links to the sacral chakra, where they're not able to speak their truth. They're not able to express their creativity. And again, yes, the creativity is there in our reproductive organs, it's there in our sacral chakra, but if you aren't able to express it, if you don't have the willpower to understand your own value, your own uniqueness, you're not going to express it.
Wow, you said it so beautifully. I'm just at awe. I just want to tell you that what you do and the service that you offer is so amazing, because you cannot just go to the regular doctor and say, I have a problem with my let's say thyroid or any other part of the body, and this doctor will look at you as a wholesome person, right? They only treat symptoms and they only treat a small part that you actually have problem at this moment. But they don't go into the cause of this problem. They don't see you as a whole. And that's why what you offer is so unique, because, we don't learn this at school. We don't get this kind of support from our parents or even our friends. And, even doctors who spend years and years in medical schools, they have no clue how to treat you as a whole, how to treat you as a being that has, all kinds of moving parts from the past, in terms of your energy, in terms of your hormones. It's such a complex entity that we are, that as a spiritual beings, as a physical beings. And your deep understanding of how this thing works in terms of, energy, in terms of your hormones, because you also have a medical background, so you have insights into traditional medical treatment as well. It's so incredible. And I'm curious how someone who started with such a formal medical background got to offering services that are so holistic and so unique in any aspect, like offering soul expansion coaching. It's incredible. And yet that what this kind of healing helps people to heal overall, not only symptoms. So how did you get to doing what you do?
Well, what happened was I started as part of my nursing, I started seeing people coming in the surgical ward, and then they would come in 3 years later to die in the medical ward. And I thought to myself, there's something more here. There's got to be more to this. Myself due to the night duty, due to my hormones going out of balance, and due to being an empath and not understanding how, as a healer, I was giving my energy out the whole time and not knowing how to protect myself, I got very ill. I developed something called low blood sugar, hypoglycemia, which really messed up my hormonal level. And when I had children, it made it even worse because of the hormones of childbearing.
You said hypoglycemia? That's what
yes,
you developed? Hypoglycemia, okay.
Low blood sugar, which was, I wasn't coping with life. So it was coming from, it wasn't coming from the pancreas, it was coming from the liver. It was the fight or flight, because literally I developed a chronic fatigue syndrome due to everybody pulling my energy. In fact, because I was in a hospital situation and people were ill, my energy was going out as my spirit tried to heal them. I just didn't know this was happening because I came from a very conventional Catholic background where people didn't see spirits. They didn't experience other people's emotions. And yet I knew I could pick up on other people's emotions. I could read their minds. And they actually started calling me the sister of death on the wards because I knew who was going to die before people were coming that the doctors didn't expect to transition. And I would say, that person's not going to be here when I come back on duty, or watch this one, or, and I didn't know what was happening. And in those days, we didn't have Google, and I didn't have that much support. And I started studying energy medicine, but I became involved in an environment that I was told, no, that's bad, that's wrong. And I just got more and more ill. And eventually it reached a point where I literally had to withdraw completely. And that's when I started working from home. I started looking at research to see what exactly is going on, because it's not an illness that was causing it. And then my daughter got very ill. And when they told me that she would be in a wheelchair by the age of 18, I thought, no. And conventional medicine was just making her more and more ill. My husband and I started investigating, and I actually started listening to that still inner voice that started saying to me, Janine, do this, Janine, do that. And by listening, I was enabled that we discovered a glyconutrient product that enabled my daughter to go on to dance 8 hours a day, and she's currently running a camp, which is not bad for a child that was supposed to, she's not a young lady now, that was supposed to be. Myself, I completely have no signs of diabetes. I have released, I've gone from over 100 kilos and a size 26 down to a size 14. And due to the muscular development, I was needless to say, I now work with fat release, not weight release, because ladies, you need muscles. You need muscles for your hormones to work, and you do not need to carry other people's weight of their emotions on your body. You don't need to carry the weight of your emotions on your body either. But most importantly, we need to look at, are we walking in our purpose? And when I started walking in my purpose, well, Millen, life just changed. Millen, it was the most incredible experience of my life, to be well, to absolutely be empowered to help other people and truly understand that self-love starts with nutrition, looking at our spirituality and understanding.
Janine, I for a second it was frozen. So could you just repeat the last sentence, because you were frozen just for a couple of seconds? I'm sorry.
I was saying that self-love is understanding our nutrition, our spirituality, and change. Those three things enable us to work within self-love. And when we're working within self-love, we find our purpose, we are enabled to be of service to others, and we can understand the energy blocks and our uniqueness. And That is what helps us become well.
This is amazing. So you're saying that when you discovered your purpose, your life, your health, everything shifted, right?
It shifted. Yes, that is a beautiful way of putting it. And the most important thing I discovered was how to protect my energy while using my uniqueness as a healer. And if I may share it, even if you don't know that you have any spiritual gifts, because everybody does, the most important thing is to say, I choose who I share energy with, and I choose who I share energy with, and I choose who I receive energy from. Because not everybody has great energy, and they want to suck your energy out of you. And if you're not balanced that day, it can cause a challenge. So protect yourself several times a day by saying, you choose who you share energy with, and you choose who you receive energy from. And along with balancing our energy centers, watching what we eat, and choosing to practice self-love by understanding that our purpose may not be that of our parents, our teachers, or our siblings. Wow, we get such amazing results.
It's amazing what you said. I remember you posted one time in our group, be mindful who you allow into your energy field. And I saw it and I said, this is so true. And I couldn't agree with you more. But so you're saying that even when you don't know who you have in mind, just saying this, I choose who I share my energy, who I allow to access my energy, and who I share my energy. Just saying this or thinking this will make a difference? Really?
Yes. Try it for yourself, Millen, because to give you an example, the other day, I went with my daughter somewhere, and I just felt, I feel so tired. And I thought, no. I choose who I share my energy with, and I choose who I receive energy from. Wow, I just felt better. I felt rejuvenated. It was incredible. Because not everybody is at the same energy level we are. And that is why when I'm working with people, I always say to them, do you choose to receive energy from me? And then I always say, I choose to share energy with this person. However, when I'm finished, I bring my energy back to myself. It's the same as when people come and share their challenges with you, Millen. Allow their challenges to walk out the door with them. Don't keep them in your home. And that is also why I regularly increase the vibration, especially here in my office when I'm working with people.
Yeah, this is so crucial what you just sharing, because I'm sure that we all feel because we kind of like stations, like a radio station, we receive the waves of energy. We feel other people, but I never realized that you can just say, I choose who I share my energy with and who I receive energy from, and that will kind of create this protective, bubble around you. This is so amazing. Just this one tip. I hope whoever is watching us right now, this is amazing. I'm definitely gonna use it right away. So, I'm just blown away with the vast body of knowledge that you have, and probably more than anything else is your soul, because I feel your energy in a group, even when you're not speaking to me directly. It's amazing how we emit the energy, and people feel it. People feel it. So I would like to ask you, I really honestly want to pick up a little bit more tips from you, because you're just so amazing. What do you have something that our listeners and people who watch us could apply into their lives? Maybe you could give us like a couple of suggestions that people could apply into their lives right away. I would appreciate if you could share some.
Well, Millen, because you deal with finances, most people who have challenges with their finances need to go and see where they have not sorted out their connection with their tribe and with their family. Because when they feel disconnected, now remember, your tribe and your family is not always the same thing. When they feel disconnected from their tribe, they develop lower back pain. They are not grounded. They're not aware of their things, and this causes lack of abundance, which is not just money, it's also peace and joy and that sort of thing. They also, if they are connected with the wrong tribe, the wrong energy, the people that surround them, they pick up mores and they pick up knowledge that is not necessarily for the highest intentions, greatest of good and deepest of love. You know, when people say, well, money doesn't grow on trees, or who do you think you are? That sort of thing. It actually brings about money blocks. It actually brings about lack thinking. And when they are unable to learn how to ground themselves, when they start learning that they are worthy, they deserve more, and that they can change how they feel about what they have been taught as a child and as a young adult, wow, it releases so many money blocks. And for me, it's just as simple as sitting and feeling your energy of lack and all those things flow back to Mother Earth. Because where does creation start as far as our food, abundance, spring, and it starts with the earth. And attract the energy of the earth back through your feet. Allow it to flow through your body. Feel the energy of spring. Feel the newness of spring. Feel the abundance of summer. Feel the sadness, the stripping away of autumn. See where you're not happy with what's moving forward. And take the time of winter to plan as you reap that harvest of summer and autumn. Just sit and see which cycle of seasons you are in, because we have seasons of emotion, we have seasons, actual seasons, and we have seasons of life, whether we're a child, an adult, or more mature. And we go through those seasons no matter what our age is. That's what the empty nester syndrome is all about. You actually go back to the season of winter when you have to plan. You go back to the season of spring when you now plant. You go back and see what you didn't like and what you can do about it. So it doesn't matter your age. Look at which season you're in. And it works the same with dis-ease in the body. Are you in dis-ease because you're not connected with your body? Are you in dis-ease because you're not connected with your spirit? Are you in dis-ease because you haven't accepted and allowed ease into your life? I love the word effortlessness. I sat with a lady the other day. She had such jaw pain. I said to her, okay, where can't you chew on the choices you've made? Where aren't you chewing on life, what life has given you? Why aren't you swallowing it? For heaven's sake, do you want to choke? She came back to me 2 weeks later. I saw her and she said, I have no more pain in my mouth. They did implants and I have no pain. It's amazing. Why? Because she was given the gift of understanding what her body was saying to her with her mouth. Why couldn't she chew on life? Because of what happened to her as a child, the abuse that happened to her as a child, where she didn't feel worthy to be given. She wasn't able to absorb the nutrition that the Creator was giving her in her gifts, her skills as an administrator. She just thought she was less than her siblings who had more high-powered positions, such as in the medical profession. Mm-hmm. And when she learned, goodness, she has a uniqueness. She can chew on life. The pain in her mouth went. It was quite amazing.
This is what you're describing is just so incredible, and sometimes it takes really someone who is so intuitive and so wise, like you are, to point out that there are so many things that happening in our life that have roots that we may not even be aware of. And I feel the same when it comes to financial matters, because people come to me and they say, I really feel that I will never be able to have enough money. I don't know how to manage my money. I wish I could just win lottery or, got inheritance. And I deeply believe that they're not looking at the right places, so to speak, because just like you, I see, the possibilities, the potential that people have as a whole, not only because right now they have problem with money or with particular health issues, etc. So what you described is just so amazing. And I just want to tell you that if you, whoever is watching us, if you want to really address some old, especially old issues that, you know, whatever you tried to do before, maybe with a regular medical doctor didn't work for you, or even emotional, mental concerns that you may have, maybe painful memories or wounds that you carry from your past for a long time. I believe that Jean would be a perfect person for you to connect and see if she could help you with whatever is happening with you. I know that, Jean, I know that you offering this like challenge mini program that starts tomorrow. I know that I'm planning to sign up for this program myself. So I would like to tell you, ask you really briefly describe what it is, and then when I will post this video, please post the link to where people can learn more about you and how they can connect with you and about your program. So we have like very couple of minutes, if you could just describe what this challenge is about.
It's a 3-day challenge where you'll get all the information in 3 days, but then you've got a week to process it and ask questions and share and have support in a closed Facebook group. We're going to be looking at what makes you unique and where you are blocking it, because many people don't understand their uniqueness because they can't see it. They don't understand that they have a gifting, and this makes them ill. And that is what we're going to be doing. It's going to be in a closed Facebook group. I will post the link of the event. I did try and post it in your group and it just wouldn't post. So that's why I did the other article. It is only $15. I was going to launch it as a 6-week program at $888. And I thought, no, let me do an introduction first, see how people go and what the primary needs are. I will be launching the other program in July. However, this is, let us see where you are unique. Where are you blocking your energy because of past traumas and other people's beliefs, other people's realities? Let's move out of their reality into your reality so that you are able to achieve, to move forward and be the best person you ultimately can work towards being.
I mean, what you just said is so amazing, because so many people, and often specifically women, we tend to compare ourselves, like why I'm not where Anna is, or why I'm not where Mary is, because the society, all this competitiveness that really kind of everywhere around, and we forget that each of us has an absolutely unique path in this life, and for a reason, and all your challenges that you're going through, all the successes that you and progress that you make in your life are for a reason, because this is your path, and this is something that you were meant to experience. So I look forward to this course. I will try to join live. If not, I will watch the recordings. And again, thank you so much, Janine, for being my guest star today. I absolutely adore everything that you do, and you and your your energy that is so bright that it brightens everybody who gets in touch with you. So thank you again very much for taking time to speak with me today. And I look forward to seeing your links. And everybody who is watching us, thank you very much for your time. I hope it was helpful for you to learn all this amazing stuff that Janine shared with us today. And I invite you to consider everything that she offers, because this woman is amazing. And with this being said, again, look forward to seeing you at our next episode of Conversations with the Star. And if you want to be a star in this series, just contact me and we'll sort it out. All right? Have a beautiful day. Take care, Janine. Thank you very much. Thank you again. Much love. Bye.
Bye-bye.